how much do I actually need to retire comfortably? Not a vague idea, not a guess, a real meaningful number they can plan around. So if your goal is to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle of around $75,000 a year in retirement, let's talk about what that could look like and what it might take to achieve it. My aim in this video is simple: to give you clarity, confidence, and a starting point that helps you take control of your retirement journey. Before we can go any further, a quick disclaimer. This is not a personal financial advice. Everyone's situation is different. Your assets, your spending, your health, your family, your goals, they are unique to you. Please do your own research or seek personalized advice before making decisions. Think of today as a guide, not a prescription. My name is Vineet Singh, founder of Estonia Part Wealth, and I help Australians build retirement plans they can rely on. Plans that can create freedom, security, and dignity in the next chapter of life. And in this story, you are the hero. My job is just to help you see the map a little more clearly. To have a useful conversation, we need to set a few assumptions. For this example, let's assume your retirement target income is $75,000 per year in today's dollars. Let's also assume you will need that income potentially all the way to age 92. We will assume your investments return around 5.25% per year on average and inflation runs at 2.5%, which means your income needs to keep rising over time to preserve your lifestyle. And importantly, we will assume you may be eligible for age pension from age 67. Right now, the full age pension for homeowners is approximately $30,646 per year for a single, or about $46,202 per year combined for a couple. This matters a lot because whether you retire at 60 or 67 changes how much your lifestyle must be funded from your own savings versus support from the age pension. Now, before we look at the numbers, it is important to understand how people actually spend money in retirement. Most retirees do not spend evenly throughout the whole retirement. Spending tends to come in three broad stages of life. In your early retirements, typically your 60s, you are active. You travel more, go out more, tackle long to-do later lists, and take off experiences. This is when spending tends to be highest. In your mid-retirements, through your 70s, life becomes more routine. You travel less often, you go out less, and daily life becomes steadier. Spending typically eases. Then, in late retirement through your 80s and beyond, your discretionary spendings often reduces further. You may spend more on health but less on lifestyle. Many studies in Australia show that retirees commonly spend 15 to 30% less in later years compared to their early retirement. This is important context because planning a flat $75,000 every single year is actually a conservative, safety-first approach. If you can afford that, you build in resilience and flexibility. Now, let's talk through 4 scenarios, all based on that $75,000 goal, using the same assumptions, and I'll explain why the figures differ. Let's start with a couple, retiring at age 60. In this case, you won't receive the age pension for 7 years. So for the entire early period, 100% of your lifestyle must be funded by your own savings. Your drawdowns are heavier in the beginning because your investments are carrying everything: bills, groceries, holidays, medical costs, experiences, without government support. Based on that reality, you might need around $1.2 million to retire at 60 as a couple and maintain a $75,000 lifestyle, assuming no major changes in markets, inflation, rules, or personal spending. Compare that to a couple retiring at age 67. Here, the age pension can begin immediately and could potentially provide over $46,000 of your yearly income. That means Your savings don't need to work as hard and your drawdowns are lighter from day one. Instead of funding the full $75,000 yourself, your investments are topping up the gap. As a result, you might need closer to $750,000 to achieve the same lifestyle at 67. So for couples, difference between retiring at 60 and retiring at 67 is not lifestyle. It's who carries the loads and for how long. Now, let's look at singles. A single person retiring at 60 faces the same 7-year gap before the age pension, but with one big difference. There is no sharing of household expenses. One person carries everything. One electricity bill, one set of rates, one fridge to fill, one holiday to pay for without cost sharing. So your drawdowns are heavier in two ways. More years of self-funding and higher per person living costs. That's why a single retiring at 60 might need around $1.45 million to sustainably support a $75,000 lifestyle. Finally, a single retiring at 67 can access the age pension immediately, up to about $30,646 per year, just like the couple at 67. This support reduces the pressure on your investments from day one. With that support in place, you might need around $1.2 million to aim for the same $75,000 lifestyle. Now, let's zoom out. These figures are not guarantees. They are planning guides based on assumptions, and assumptions can change. Markets move, inflation changes, government rules shift. Your spending may be higher, lower, or irregular. You might work longer, you might downsize, you might reduce spending later. Retirement outcomes are shaped by timing, investment behavior, market returns, spending habits, and age pension support. But the message I want you to take away is this. Retirement is not an age, it's a number. And you have more control than you think. Small decisions made early and reviewed regularly can completely transform your retirement path. Clarity creates confidence, confidence creates better decisions, and better decisions create better outcomes. If this video helped you gain clarity, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with age you would love to retire. I read every comment. And if you want personalized retirement advice or you want to know your retirement number based on your assets, your lifestyle, and your goals, visit estonia.com.au. I would love to help you build a plan you can rely on so you can live your retirement with freedom, certainty, and peace of mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.